Payne Chevrolet in Springfield. 9 decades, 3 generations, 1 tradition.
I got what I asked for at Payne Chevrolet. That's the honest truth.
Our presentation by the police department on the annual crime statistics. I will call on Chief Jason Head. Welcome, Chief.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for allowing us to do a very brief presentation, and you know, we hear from time to time where we at on statistics, and typically we've been unable to release them this earlier because we usually wait on TBI, and I'll have a little bit of disclaimer in there. We have recently added to addition our software that we use, Southern Software. They picked up the ability for us to do some analytical data a little bit deeper than what we've had to do on our own. So this data is gleaned for us, and we can show that to you tonight finally, and give a little bit quicker update on what is going on out there. You know, we hear rumors, innuendos, and things about what's going on with crime, and we'll let the statistics speak for themselves and what is actually going on. So this is our report to you all. The report includes a detailed list of incidents, adult and juvenile arrests, and citations issued by the Springfield Police Department for the reporting period of 2019. Also include the information on vehicle crash reports along with statistical data. The department successfully participated in city bicentennial events, reinitiated the Citizens Police Academy, and the department also continued to participate in numerous community events along with all our other enforcement. So briefly, we started the Citizens Police Academy back. We had a very good response out of that. Increased narcotics investigations, arrests and seizures. We'll cover that here in a little bit. DUI enforcement increased over 64% increase of DUI arrests. We'll look at that a little bit more in depth. Supervisor position over sergeant of narcotics. It was a reassignment of an existing position, and we thought that would be a little bit more effective with having a supervisor over that unit. And the position of training officer created a reassignment of an existing position and increased hiring and retention. Right now we have 1 open patrol position as of this time. So, internship program created too. We have an intern that has come on board with us for his semester of this spring. So, and we had recently had a large training for our First Amendment. And acquired emergency rescue vehicle for our Spear team. It is an up-armored vehicle that we were able to get from the state. And we added our new canine, Axel, acquired, trained, and assigned him to patrol operations. So. All right, a little bit of data from 2018 to 2019 on comparison on some things. Calls for service, a little bit of uptick, 20,441 to 21,421. Pretty typical of what we've seen on an increase with the growth and the growth in calls for service is obviously going to coincide. Incident reports, we had 2,866 in 2018, 2,717 for 2019. Vehicle crashes, personal injury, had 105 in 2018 and 78 in 2019. Property damage, 811 down to 774. We like to hope that attributes to a little bit of more of the DUI enforcement and obviously having more officers out on the road. Citations, a little bit of an increase, 5,059 to 5,5251, and that also will coincide with having almost being fully staffed and having more officers out on the road. And arrest, little bit of decrease, and that's due to, in fact, I think our enforcement over shoplifting the past few years, a decrease in that and the physical arrests we've had to make. So we went down a little bit, but that's not always a bad thing that you're having to arrest less people. So. And that's custodial arrest. So our narcotics unit, just talk about it a little bit. Had 131 drug-related arrests in 2019. 15 search warrants were executed in 2019. Seized $14,474 in currency. Seized 2 vehicles. 14 firearms were seized or recovered, and 2 were reported as stolen out of those seizures. The narcotics, 217 grams of heroin with an estimated street value of $63,320. 53.75 grams of meth, $2,795. 1,139 grams of marijuana, $16,442. 20.4 grams of cocaine, estimated street value of $2,040. And if you'll see the trend, and I know you all follow a lot of the opiates and things that are going on, we've decreased quite a bit in cocaine over the past few years, but it has, you see the increase in the heroin and the methamphetamine. At the very end of 2019, we had the 2 largest heroin busts we've ever had in the city and seized quite a great amount of heroin. And as you know, that covers a lot of the opioid epidemic and fentanyl and carfentanyl, which is associated with those. So, 46.93 grams of crack cocaine, street value of $46.05. 40 ecstasy pills, estimated value at $400, and 52 various prescription narcotics, estimated at $1,280. Total estimated value of narcotics that were seized is $90,882 for 2019. Okay, note that all this information does not reflect the TBI Tibers report that will come out sometime around April. Their data is not released till then. There may be a slight change in things because of reporting. You may have things that are unfounded. Some things may go up, some things may go a little bit down, but most of the things we're going to show you are going to be we're pretty confident it's going to be fairly accurate by then. So.
Okay.
So, all right, kind of to the meat and potatoes of this. Last year in 2019, for violent crimes, and this is the new software we have attached with our reporting system with Southern Software, we saw a decrease in violent crime, minus 30% last year, almost 31%. That's a tremendous number right there. Robberies were down, rapes were down, ag assaults were down. As you can see for yourself and look at some of those statistics, you know, robbery down 61%, and this is data that you know we generate, but we don't make these things up. Obviously, they're reported to us. And so property crimes, arson was up. We had 2, so got a new fire chief. He'll take care of that, I'm sure. We did drop 31% in overall property crimes too, and that includes things like shoplifting, the robbery, thefts, all those things. So shoplifting was actually down 73. I think we were last year, down 38%. So you know, we started the initiative a few years ago of arresting a lot of shoplifters, and I think we've finally seen the payout out of that a little bit. So. Custodial arresting them. Going on down and so overall property crimes, like we said, we're down 31% as well. Crimes against persons, which is our everything, the murder, rape, those things, aggravated assault, simple assault, and the aggravated assault, simple assault include some of the domestics as well. So. Go back a little bit. So we were down 7% on those. So moving on to crimes against society, which are our drug equipment violations, drug arrest, and also to include DUI. As you can see, some of the things increased there, which are the arrests with drugs and narcotics violations, and we want those things to go up, obviously. And covered under the DUI, which we talked. Last year we went from 106 DUI arrests to 174 in 2019. So that was that 64.15% increase in that, and then the DUI enforcement. Overall, 12% increase in the crimes against society, but again, those are more proactive things that we do. So you want to see the increase in those, not the decrease. Very proud to have that software. It helps us track a little bit and helps us give you all a little bit better explanation and glimpse into what's happening out there. As you can see, things they're doing very good. With our partners, we always like to thank the other city departments that we work with, the Sheriff's Office, E911, THP, Tennessee Highway Patrol, the community and the businesses as well. And very thankful to all their employees, because I don't do this, they do. So I just get to come here and put it together for you.
Thank you. Thank you for all your staff and what they do each and every day for us. If you have to pick up the phone and dial 911, you want somebody there immediately. I have experienced that in my own home, and you don't know how glad you are to see them pull up when you've got someone in your house. And I'm so glad to see the K-9 that's back and trained and out on the road.
Yes, we are too.
Onyx was at my house many years ago. Some in the room will remember Onyx, the dog. So it is we need that. And we thank you for what you're doing for our community. Yes, sir, Mr. Harris.
A question and a comment. Are we going to receive that report?
Yes.
Because I'm
okay.
getting old, I can't see all that. All the way across there. But my comment is to compliment you, Chief Head. You have done an exceptional job, in my opinion, since you've come on as chief of the police department.
Thank you.
You filled a lot of empty positions that were empty for some period of time. And from everything that I hear, the morale of the police department is better than it's been in a long time. And I think a lot of that's credited to you and to all of your staff.
Thank you. I go back to them. They're the ones that do all the heavy lifting and the hard working. So thank you, though. I appreciate it. I'll pass it on to them.
Mr. Hubbard.
I'm gonna echo the compliment, but before I left, I was looking at Franklin County, Ohio, the manufactured fentanyl and the ones that come up. We're not seeing too much of that, are we?
As far as
Fentanyl.
the fentanyl, oh yes, the overdoses.
We're, because they had 28 overdose deaths in about 30 days, so.
We're not hit that hard.
We're not hit that hard.
But we have seen it, especially the north side of Nashville has been hit significantly. I don't know if we'll begin to understand that problem totally. It may take a few years to get everything our head wrapped around just what has happened the past 5 years at least with the opioid epidemic. We still don't know.
So you would solicit the community organizations to talk it up about?
Yes. Fentanyl and carfentanil are probably two of the most dangerous things that are out there with narcotics. We cannot reiterate that enough.
Anyone on this side of the room have a comment?
I do.
Yes, Ms. Arnold.
I just want to say thank you to yourself, to Houston. I've dealt with both of you personally before, and you have been phenomenally responsive, and not just with the event, but with the follow-up as well, which I think is extremely important and rare to be cared for like that in any community. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
The Robertson County Funeral Home has been serving families for a quarter century. When it's time to celebrate and remember, to honor in loving memory, the Robertson County Funeral Home.